Hey guys, so I wanted to do a Q&A with you guys because I've been getting a lot of questions about what I do, why I like fishing, where I go to school and that kind of deal. So I really wanted to do a Q&A and I thought it would help me connect better with you guys because this channel is going to be for you guys. I really hope that I can get some suggestions from you guys, that way I can make better content. The goal right now is to make 2 videos a week. That way we can start getting on a path to growth and we can get to 1,000 subscribers. That right now is the goal. I hope that you guys can help me in that goal. Just whenever you guys find out someone who likes fishing or someone that does shout outs, please help me out with that. We're trying to get to we're trying to grow. That way I can make more content with you guys. All right, so let's start the Q&A. So a local friend of mine here asked me about where I go to school and how I like it. So I think that I'm gonna start with that one first. So I thought that was a really good question because it's kind of personal. I go to the University of Texas at San Antonio. I didn't go anywhere for college, not yet at least. I'm pretty much doing my basics there, trying to get the highest grades possible so I can go somewhere else, hopefully within the next year or so, just whenever. But yeah, so I'm chilling there. So, I've managed to keep my 4.0. It takes a lot of work, but I've managed to do it. I really like the friends that I've made there. They really have a lot to offer, and that's what I like about UTSA. Hopefully in a couple years I can go somewhere else though, or within a year I can go somewhere else, because I really wanted to go somewhere with more lakes, more fishing action, just a new atmosphere really, because I'm kind of like, like once you're raised in a spot all your life, you kind of want to get away a little bit. But I'm pretty good with where I'm at right now. I'm chilling. So yeah. So the second question is, why do I love fishing so much? That one's a really good question too. I honestly love fishing, and I think you guys can see that in my videos. But what I love about fishing is just every time you get that bite, every time that you feel that nibble on your rod, you never know what's on the other side of that. I just love that. I love the idea of getting out there and not stopping until you catch something. I could fish all day. There's some people that I've taken with me and they literally last 2 hours and they catch one fish and then they're like, all right, so I caught, let's go home. And I'm just like barely getting warmed up, because I'm out there for 14, 15 hours a day sometimes when I do go, and they're just like, whoa, I can't do that. So they go to sleep or they make me go. I love that you have to be versatile to fish, especially for bass, which is my favorite fish, and I'll get to that later. I just find that so fascinating. Another good question that I got was, what's my biggest pet peeve? But one of my biggest pet peeves is when you get out there to fish and you go to a body of water where there's fish and the conditions are pretty good and everything is set. You've got the right lures on, you've got the right everything, and you start fishing and you get skunked. I think every fisherman gets that pet peeve, like especially when you go out with your cameras and stuff and you're like ready to like make a video and then you don't get anything. There's not too many days that I get skunked, but there has been days that I have gotten skunked. I was asked a question also by one of my friends. He's a local fisherman, and he asked me what my favorite lure was, and I just thought that was such a basic question that I had to get it in this video. Like, I just feel like that is just the perfect question. Well, I'll give you 2. I'll give you my unfavorite and my favorite. My favorite lure is, as a fisherman, I started out with spoons in a clear water reservoir, and I just love the spoon. Like, I know it's super underrated, especially now since people don't really use spoons, but I love spoons. Like, it's just, I think I have one right here, to be honest. I have a few of them actually. Anyways, I just love spoons, especially for clear water. I was fishing one today, I got a bite, I didn't get the fish. Long story short. The lure that I like to use the least is still a really good lure, and I've actually caught a few nice fish on them. But the reason I dislike them is because they're just too bulky when you throw them out there, especially the big ones, is the spinner bait. Like, okay, so you get your rod, right? And you get this huge metal contraption. It's just, I sometimes don't like throwing those. It just feels like too much when you throw it, but they really do produce some good fish. Maybe that'll change. I used to hate worms, now I love worms, or soft plastics. Guys, I really appreciate your tips that you leave in the comments below. Like, I want you guys to give me ideas on what to fish, you know, and I'll go do it. I mean, I'll go make a video out of something. That way we could all grow as anglers, and I feel that would be so cool. And also, if you guys have secret ponds, I would love to know about your secret ponds. You never know, I might just make it, and I think that would be really cool. Another question that I got was asked a lot of times, and that was what do I do, like, for a living, or what do I do in general, like for work and stuff. Alright guys, so I work with a local framing company. They just build normal homes, some high-end homes, some lower-end homes, but they just build, we just deal with the framing stage of the house, you know, the wood walls and everything, the stairs, you know, just the wood part of the house, the actual wood part, and that's what we work with. Now, I'm a part of that management team that goes, and every house that we do, we have a schedule for it, and I go and I have to make sure that the walls are correctly placed. I have to measure that the openings are correct. I have to measure, you know, I just really have to make sure that the house will pass inspection, that way we can get to the next stage. And that's pretty much what I do for work. It's pretty tough sometimes. Right after school, it's fast paced. I gotta get going to work, you know, right after school, and then I don't get out until 6. And I do that every day, so that's pretty tough. But guys, on a positive note, I've asked for just one day a week off so I can get out there and make more fishing content. That way we can grow our channel. The plan is to make at least one video on Saturday and then one video midweek. That way we can make 2 videos a week, and I feel like that would be good for right now. As we're growing, we're still pretty small, but we just gotta have faith that we're gonna grow. We gotta stay committed. We have to remember that not every good thing comes easily, and I'm okay with that. I'm okay with working for something that I believe in. And that takes me to the next question, which is, what do I believe in? And what I just said is what I believe in. I just believe in staying committed and just doing the best that you can in everything, and exceeding everyone's expectations. That's my belief. I love that thought that anybody can do anything if they put their heart to it, and that's exactly what I believe in as well. I believe that no fish is too hard to catch. I believe in a lot of things, guys, but I can't say everything that I believe in one video, but that's just kind of some of the basic things that I believe in. Alright, and the last question that I got, guys, was what are my plans for fishing? So I have a lot of plans so far for fishing. I really enjoy the sport. I love the sport. It's actually quite, to me it's really humbling, because no matter how expensive your equipment is, or how high-end your reel and rod is, or how high-end your worms are, whatever, it doesn't matter. As long as you get out there and fish, everyone has the same potential to get the same type of fish, to get the same type of result. And I just feel like that is just a cool thing. I also love the fact that you can connect with people, like on levels that you usually don't connect with. Like, I go out there and I just start talking to like these guys, and I'm just like, yo, what you using? And they're like, oh, I'm using these, you know, inline spinners, or I'm using this Senko or whatever. And, you know, I don't know them. I've never seen them in my life. But before I even like talk to them, they're like showing me like pictures of their fish catches, like their personal bests. They're like giving me a package of what they're using. And I just feel like that is such a cool thing to get from a sport, that no matter where you come from, or, you know, how expensive your stuff is, you don't need the most expensive stuff. You can get awesome fish You can meet awesome people, and that's what fishing's all about. So guys, I just want to do this Q&A. I hope you guys enjoyed this Q&A. I really want feedback from you guys. That way we can start making more content, better content, just any tips that you guys have on either fishing techniques or filming techniques or anything. I really appreciate that. I really appreciate your positive feedback, and I appreciate your views, and you know, for sticking in there. That right now that we're small, I know that we're gonna grow eventually, but we gotta stick in there and grow. I hope you guys enjoyed this Q&A. I hope it gives you guys a little bit of insight into what I like to do, what kind of channel this is gonna be, you know, that kind of deal. And I hope that you guys enjoyed this Q&A. I take a lot of questions. Just add me on Instagram, Snapchat. Alright guys, thanks for everything. I'll see you guys in my next video.